themselves or family members or friends the fact that they've actually left the house. We normally put maybe an absence time on that, so it allows people maybe to go out the door, maybe put something in the bin and come back again. But if they didn't return within a certain amount of time, it will send that alert automatically through the community alarm or a family member. We'll also use GPS trackers. What happens there is you might have someone with capacity issues that say still have a daily routine, and we still want them to continue that daily routine as independent as possible. So they can have it's just a small GPS tracker either fitted to their keys or in their pocket. So if they were to leave the home, you could put in a zone. So maybe they live in, say, in Bloody Ferry, they go down to Marks and Spencer's, get a sandwich, come back again, and that's their daily routine. So you could put a zone in there. Okay, so if they go out with that area, it then sends an alert message to family or friends, or even the control centre. So it's less intrusive, and the person's still enabled to continue as independent as they did before. And we've did a couple of case studies where we've actually, people have been in hospital, and the thought has been for them to go to long-term care because it can be managed when they came back home again. But by putting in equipment like a GPS tracker or a door sensor enables people to remain at home. Like I say, we've done a couple of case studies in the past, working with our colleagues at the hospital teams, and it's worked out really well. So that's some of the things we do. I mean, there's other things we can link up with people that have got hearing impairments, and maybe there's risks around cooking or smoking and things like that, and they wouldn't hear it. They might be in their bed or they've got their hearing aids out, so we can link up heat detectors, smoke detectors, which all come through to our control centre or family and friends. So there is a varied amount of equipment out there. So technology is just enabling the individuals to live at home, and I think we've been pretty successful in Dundee so far, and we're still developing. We've got looking at other things as well, working along with Tunstall and also other providers.
My name is Tracy, Oram, and I run the Occupational Therapy Service for Dundee City Council Health and Social Care Partnership. And we provide a whole range of equipment and adaptations for people's homes or homely settings. And I brought a piece of equipment about technology in a very different way to what you've been hearing from today, because I think the question you asked about acceptance of pieces of technology and how people actually react to that, and everyone reacts differently. I brought a piece of equipment in 3 different ways for illustration purposes. Probably need both hands. So, last week a man came to visit me who has motor neuron disease, and he has a whole range of issues, and basically his hands are fixed like down at his side, like my hand is just now. And he'd come with his motor neuron disease specialist nurse, and I'm sure there was a whole myriad of conversations that had taken place about how technology, equipment, adaptations and things were going to help him in his life. And the first thing I said to him is, well, what would you like to do for you first? We're going to be going through a whole range of things in terms of technology, what you want to be able to do, what you want to be able to do first. This man said, I would like to be able to give myself a drink. He was waiting for a social care package to come and help him drink and eat, and he wanted to be able to drink. And I said to him, well, do you know, I've got the very thing for you. And it's this wee straw that's in here. This wee straw here. And I had a conversation with him and his wife about what kind of cup they were using and where they were going from at the moment and how he was managing. And he was basically going down into the cup and trying to tip it up and kind of lapping up, you know, in not a very socially acceptable manner for him. Might have suited other people, but not for him. And this straw here has a non-return valve. So when you've sucked your fluid to the top and you let go and have a wee breath, when you suck again, you just have to suck a wee bit. So that was great, and he was dead chuffed. He finished the whole water. I'm like, I don't want to finish the water, I would have got you something nicer if I'd known what you'd come for. But this simple piece of technology now is allowing him to go out and about. But during the night, it's very important. We talked about apps that show people's level of hydration, haven't we, and their body weight and how that changes over time. Really important to be able to drink overnight. And so I was saying, well, we have something like this. But to be perfectly honest, it's exactly the same non-return valve. This is in the first item, but it's not necessarily particularly socially acceptable. This is a young person whose life is turned on a sixpence, if you like. So I said, do you know anybody who runs or cycles? And see, the very same technology is in this platypusy thing. Mine's in my cycling rucksack, she says. Looks like she cycles not. But it's exactly the same technology. But see how much more socially acceptable it was for him to have this. It can be attached to the bed, it can just lie on the side, and be able to have a drink. It can be attached to the duvet cover or whatever with a peg and a wee loop of Velcro. That's brilliant stuff, that. An innovation of technology. And this is to show that you don't always have to go to a specialist market. Colin was saying about his devices are much more, I don't know, sexy wasn't the word you used, but I'm sure that's what you meant, than what they were before. And see, it's much easier if you can find something which is actually in the general market. It's much more acceptable, and you don't have to worry. And I saw a couple of devices out in the exhibitions which are relying on everyday technology in order for people to be independent. And I think that is, along with the specialist devices, is a way that's going to really enable people to be independent from the future.
Tunstall, for people who don't know, is we are the largest manufacturer and provider of telecare and telehealth products in the world. Sounds like a Heineken advert or something like that, but we are. More importantly, in Scotland, we are the main supplier to local authorities, health boards, housing associations and care providers. I'm very closely involved with Dundee. At the moment, Dundee have 3,000 community alarms out there. In Scotland, there's probably in excess of about 50,000 community alarms. I was trying to get that figure for today, but quickly adding up in my head, I think it's probably between 50 and 100,000 community alarms in the community. What's very interesting in terms of the community alarms and this is assistive technology or the telecare items that are actually added onto them, it's a bit of a postcode lottery, to be honest. A lot of local authorities still just put in a button in a box, which is your community alarm and the pendant. There are many good local authorities who have embraced assistive technology, and not just because I'm here today, but Dundee's leading the way. I deal with the whole of Scotland. My job is to raise awareness in terms of using assistive technology. And what I've always found quite interesting about here, and I don't know if it's because Dundee City of Technology, is that you're very open to it. Again, I would applaud you for having these events. I go to a lot of national events, and actually, you don't get to speak to the people you want to speak to. You don't speak to the local providers or service users. And I think what's interesting for me, working for a manufacturer, is to be able to see all these different companies. A bit like Tracy had said, technology is technology. It's the application and the service user that you've always got to think about, and how you can actually link different pieces of equipment and how it's going to affect the service user. In terms of just one particular case that comes to mind, we had a community alarm user who was also peg-fed at night. The health people in the room keep me right about this. If the bag actually emptied, they wanted to know. This chap he lived in an annex to his mother, and the mother wanted to make sure when the actual equipment blocked or the bag emptied or anything like that. So we were trying to work out how to do that. We actually came up with a way of linking the peg feed to the community alarm, and the community alarm in turn, when it got down to a certain level, would alert a family member. So technology is technology, but it's the application of it that's really quite interesting. And that's when you really rely on your local installers. I mean, we bring out lots of different pieces of kit, but it's these guys who are actually very innovative about putting it in. For me today, I've seen a number of interesting things. I thought the Internet of Things, the chapter on end-to-end, was it? And 3 rings was really, really fascinating, because what we've got to do is start to look outside what Tunstall are doing and see what else is out there. But I would applaud Dundee generally, and that's very true. They embrace a lot of different equipment. Talking about the GPS devices, for a lot of local authorities, they look at it for dementia care. I understand that we're now looking at it here for epilepsy users and actually widening the group of people who actually can use this product. So if I could clap, I would clap Dundee for this event today, and particularly what you're doing.
Thank you very much. I'm team manager at the Carers Centre, and we provide support for unpaid carers from the age of 8 and up. I've got my very low-tech notes just to remind me as I go along. I did a few scribbles. I think it's really important when we think about technology. It's about how people use technology, and at the centre we're keen to develop services online. We've just got our own app that we were showcasing next door for young adult carers to access support. But what's really important is to involve people in developing that technology and make sure that that's actually something that they'll use. And we've been doing that with the young adult carers, and they've been very clear with us about what's cool and what's not cool, and what they might be seen dead with on their phone. So it's got to be something that they use. And I think before I came today, I had a little audit of my own phone. I have 87 apps on that, some of which are pre-installed by the manufacturer. Of those apps, I regularly use 12. If I wasn't working, probably only 5 or 6, because I've got my diary on there and my notepad and different things like that. I've occasionally used 4, and I counted 5 apps I've never opened. I haven't a clue what's in them. So if we're developing technology, it's really important to involve people to make sure it's actually something that's useful and something that they would use. 1 in 5 adults in Scotland today lack basic core digital skills, and that is about using online technology for basic stuff. Sending an email, checking something online. If you don't have the basic skills to do that, some of the specialist tech that we've maybe been talking about today would completely scare people. So that involvement of people, showing people how to use things. And sometimes the hook for using technology is not actually going to be the app or the device that's really going to help them. I'm thinking of one older person I know in my own life who we kept trying to encourage to use a tablet because we knew that would make her life easier. She could shop online. Because it's everyday apps actually that make people's lives easier. It's the Tesco app, it's the Amazon app, it's some of the basic health apps that come pre-installed on your phone. It's not really that special. So she was not for using that, but we introduced her to Netflix, and she is never ever off that tablet now. So sometimes it's just about finding that hook for somebody, and then they'll find other things to do. So it's not just, for us at the Carer Centre, it's not just developing the technology, it's working with people to support them to get the confidence and skills. And there's loads of other partners, some of them were next door, there's loads on in community centres and libraries and things like that. So I think that's really important that we work together to support people to access the technology.
Hello, I'm Blackwood's digital skills trainer. It's been really interesting to hear all the points you've said so far, because I completely identify with everything that the speakers have said today. You've heard about Clever Cogs. I've been working on the Clever Cogs project since day dot, so that's almost 2 years ago now. Time does fly in. I'm very fortunate in the position that I have because I'm able to see the impact the system has on everyone involved. As I lead the training on Clever Cogs, building digital skills for the first time for a lot of people, I've been able to see the journey that our carers go through, because as Colin touched upon, our carers now have to use a phone app for the first time, but actually are having to use a smartphone for the first time. So when I've had the digital skills training sessions that I'm all enthusiastic for and can't wait to deliver, I've had people absolutely terrified about me, sitting in the corner all huddled up because it's just so new to them and something that they're not used to doing. For the customers, I think we've actually exceeded our own expectations of what we've seen. It is about choice, and it is about this idea of personalisation. Where a lot of people have went wrong in the past that I've spoken to is they've never got a true grasp and understanding of what are the hooks for that person. So if you're putting a new touchpad device in front of somebody for the first time, you need to profile what that person wants out of that. For a lot of our customers, that was asking simple things of what music do you like that you've never been able to reconnect with because you've been denied that digital opportunity. What films do you like? Do you want to speak to family and friends through video? What we then see is engagement with that very quickly because that's something they're interested in and it's something fun. But what we're doing as well, and what the customer's unconscious of, they're already building those basic digital skills. So for example, if they're doing their music, that's through YouTube. They're already acquiring those basic digital skills that they can transfer to when we get to email, using the internet for the first time. There's one quick example I want to talk to you about. It's a chap you saw in the video called David. David really has opened our eyes. When I first met David, David had not long moved into our development up in Charleston. David didn't go out. David didn't have a very good way of communicating with people and was very withdrawn overall. The minute that device was put in front of David, it just opened up a whole world of opportunities for him. His most coined term is it's opened up my horizons, it's broadened my outlook on life. That's because David's in control. It's because David's now got something that's reducing that boredom that he had before, and it's reducing that feeling of social isolation. I actually only met David again yesterday because I've been leading on the evaluation of Clever Cogs. It's been commissioned by the Scottish Government, and David now, through using Clever Cogs, is more integrated with his community. So he said to me now, I'm out there, I've met my neighbours, and he kept pointing at Clever Cogs going, it's because of that. It's not just the digital skills, it's the confidence it's given him, the outlook on life. And now he's going out to see his neighbours, he's doing shopping for them. So it's not just about pigeonholing the digital skills aspect, it's about the broader outlooks in life that it can benefit people. But what we're always keen to do is make sure that what we are delivering